I guess since all we're doing is having a chat, I should probably address something real quick that I've seen popping up in my chat every now and again. And I won't name names, I won't speak too long about it, but one thing I've become worried about is that when you guys are feeling sad, which is valid and it's fine, sometimes some people will sort of cross the line from... Let's talk about what's appropriate, okay? I think that what's very appropriate and what I enjoy is, I had a bad day today, but I'm really happy to be here right now. And you can even go a little further than that. You could say, I've been depressed for a few years, for example, but this stream makes me happy. That's fine. I like hearing that because it makes me feel like I've done a really, really good job. However, we've had a couple instances where some people have detailed some really graphic stuff without any real relevance to the stream, and that's a problem. Not just because it makes me pretty uncomfortable. I mean, when I hear those things, obviously in my heart I want to stop and help out, but that distracts from the stream, it distracts from my, my process and everything, and then after that, well, it also is pretty upsetting for everyone else in the stream. I mean, you've got to think about what those other people might have been through and maybe enjoying a little bit of Minecraft. They might not want to relive those experiences so suddenly. So I want to make I haven't written it down yet, but I will. I want to make a pretty hard and fast rule that if you send messages or supers, what's called trauma dumping, where you detail really graphic issues from your personal life and try to get the stream to come to a halt for us to help you, I know you're suffering, and I understand, but we can't have that here. You understand? So, if you're thinking of taking a super to say that, don't, because you will be timed out, probably hidden as well. Probably banned because it's pretty bad. Please, if you can, for me, if you've ever thought about doing that, because I will be honest, the urge to do so can be very compelling. When you really look up to someone like me or you feel at home in chat, you might feel as though you really want to. That's okay. Take that urge and make it an urge to spend the money you would have spent on those supers on getting a session with a therapist. Okay? Seek some professional help. And if you don't feel as though you can wait, if your issue feels urgent, there are helplines available. And what I think I might like to do is leave a link in the chat rules to some available helplines to make sure that you guys are putting your time and money in the right place to get help with all of those terrible issues, because they are terrible. And I don't want anyone who's done this before to feel as though I think you're bad people, because you aren't. You were in a desperate place and you needed help. All you did was you went to the wrong place looking for help. This is not a place where I am here to listen to the problems of every individual and to solve them for you. I can't do that. I'm not a miracle worker. I can make you feel happy, I can make you feel comfortable, and if you're really, 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 really upset and you need a chance to de-stress and relax, you are more than welcome to drop by. And you're more than welcome even then to drop a super or a message saying, hey, I'm upset and I'm here now and thanks for doing this stream. That is more than okay. That is absolutely okay. So please, thank you guys for bearing with me for a second. This issue has been sort of plaguing me for a little bit. It's been worrying me. And I'm really happy that I have a chance to address it really quick to make sure that you guys understand how seriously we're taking this. I want this chat to feel like a really happy place for people, whether you're struggling and need a place to relax, or whether you're perfectly fine and don't want to be reminded of some really hideous past experiences. Okay? So, to recap, in simple language, please, if you're going to send a super that is trying to draw attention away from the stream onto your own issues and your own trauma, please don't. Take that message elsewhere. Try and find some professional help. Either use that money for the super to buy a session with a therapist, or call a helpline and make sure that you get the help you need. Okay? We've all been, I think a lot of us have been where you are, and we don't want to see you make the wrong choice. Okay? Thank you. That's all. The whole thing about the trauma dumping issue sort of brings up it sort of begs the question about what my boundaries are. And I've seen a lot of discussion recently on Twitter about how I need to set boundaries, and I can see the issue, but for me personally, I don't really think that I have many, because we have safety measures in place. I mean, I am interacting with you through a screen, and for that reason, I don't feel terribly upset when anything really happens. For example, right? Sexual stuff. I'm gonna be honest. If I wasn't comfortable with it, I wouldn't be making this kind of content, okay? I wouldn't be doing this kind of shit. I personally think that sexual comments about me are hilarious, and also kind of flattering in a lot of ways. I don't mind. I really don't. I think that it's completely fine. A lot of your fantasies about me, I don't want to say that. It's difficult to sort of put a word to it, but me personally, I wouldn't want you to worry. I don't mind that kind of thing. I really, really don't. I think it's flattering. I think it's, I think sometimes it's really funny. This is why I encourage you guys to send me pickup lines. It's also true that we have a safe word. It's also true that if you guys send me a fucking super that really, you know, is beyond reprehensible, I can say the word Lorax and then I won't have to interact with it and you guys will get the message. So it's not a big deal. I understand people's concerns, really I do. But I've thought pretty hard about all of this and I've decided that on that front I think I'm okay. I'll be fine personally. So don't worry about it. Don't try to police yourselves too much, because if you do step over the line, I have the power to either ignore it or to say the word Lorax. So it's fine. Be yourselves here, okay? It's like we had a discussion a little while ago on a Genshin stream about how ridiculously sexual the tone of this stream is, and again, I feel justified in it because if you don't like that, you're more than welcome to not interact. You're more than welcome to go somewhere else, and there are members of NIJISANJI who are really good friends of mine that you can watch instead, like Shu, God bless him, who couldn't make it to this off collab. He has very say-so content, so does Ike, that you can watch. You're gonna love those two if this is a little too much for you. That's fine, that's fine. But what that gives me the opportunity to do is to be more like myself, and I don't plan on changing my content for anybody. So if you like what you find here, don't worry, it'll only get more intense from here. I don't mind if you feel tremendously attached, okay? If these streams make you really happy, and if these streams make you, you know, and if you like me as a person, if you love me even, that's okay. I don't mind personally. I can shoulder that burden quite easily. The one thing that I want you to do, the one thing that I want you to do for me, is to try and also, you can stay here as long as you like and you can feel as strongly about me as you want to, because I think it's sweet. I really do. But the caveat is I want you to go into the real world and find happiness in other places too, okay? Because at the end of the day, I'm online, you know, I'm a streamer, and you can feel everything that you want to about me, and it's flattering and it's lovely, but I also want you to be able to find real happiness in other places, okay? Because the truth is, this might be hard to believe for some of you who maybe deal with issues with self-esteem. There's a reason why I say I love you, and it's because I do. I do deeply. And when I think about people that I love, I think about all the wonderful things that they deserve. You deserve more than just to be in love with me. Okay? I like that you are. I love you too. I would want someone I love to love me back. But what I would also say is that finding love or happiness or passion in the real world is really, really important as well. Okay? So what I'd like to be for you is I would like to be someone that you love, but also with the promise that I won't be upset if you find happiness elsewhere, okay? Because you really deserve that. You're a very strong, very wonderful, beautiful person, And just being tied to one man online is less than what you deserve. Do you understand? You can feel as attached to me as you want. I want to make that very clear. If that sort of experience makes you happy, then stay and feel that way. It makes me feel flattered. It makes me feel happy. And what can I say? When you send me a pickup line, sometimes it really turns me on. And when I see those heart face emojis, when I see the hearts, that really does tickle me. It's very nice. So please, you're not wrong for feeling the way that you do about me, but I would really like it if you became strong and used this platform of comfort and happiness to find even more happiness in the real world, okay? I'll be so proud of you if you do. I'll be so, so proud of you. I'm proud of you anyway, but, you know. Why do birds suddenly appear every time you are near? Just like me, they long to be close to you. Why do stars fall down from the sky every time you walk by? Just like me, they'd like to be next to you. I'm not an amazing singer, but I like doing it for you. Whoa! Ah! Fuck! I just did a 360. I did an Emperor Palpatine 720 degree corkscrew there. That was terrifying.